Hi team, this is Chris Abraham from MTEL Test Prep. Here's part 2 of number 12 on prime factorization. In this section here, we've already done prime factorization and what a factor is. Now we're looking at natural numbers. I'm going to be taking a sort of a broader view and going back and reviewing some basic vocabulary on real numbers so that you can have a place to fit in what a natural number is. But use this as a review as well as an approach to understanding number 12 on this practice test. First, I have my problem, and one of the first steps I always do is I read the problem over to sort of get an image of what the problem's asking me to do. So it reads this way: the prime factorization of a natural number n can be written as n equals pr squared, where p and r are distinct prime numbers. How many factors does n have, including 1 in itself? Well, the key to understanding what a natural number is, well, first of all, a natural number is very easy. A natural number is a positive integer. What's a positive integer? A positive integer is a whole number. I think it's good to just create a web to help us with this, because this is sort of one of those ideas where the vocabulary gets lost. Out there on the number line in outer space, where we're dealing with numbers left and right, we typically deal, and for this test you're going to focus in on real numbers. These are numbers that we can somehow express. Well, real numbers can be divided into these two major groups. You're either a rational number, or you're an irrational number. Now you may be saying, why are we doing this? This is so, why can't you just give me the definition? If I just give you the definition of a natural number, it's just going to get lost in the sauce. So let's just try and flush this idea out. And it takes a few minutes to review these concepts. Rational number is any number that can be expressed as a fraction. For example, and we have three types of ways to express numbers as fractions. First, we could write a number as a fraction. So any number that's a fraction, like 1/2 or even 2 over 1, is a fraction, and we call that a rational number. Another way to express a rational number is as a decimal. For example, I could express 1/2 as 0.5, and I could express 2 over 1 as just 2.0. And since I can change all these into fractions, and the definition of a rational number is that it has to be turned into a fraction, then anything that can be expressed as a decimal can be turned into a fraction. Okay, our last group is called integers. Now integers can be positive and negative, and they're divisible. They can be divided by 1 with no remainder. Now, when we talk about positive integers, and we're talking about our counting numbers, like 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 100 million, 10 zillion, our counting numbers, and that's when we deal with a natural number. A natural number is a positive integer, a positive counting number. Don't worry about the irrational numbers. Basically, since we're here, it's any number that cannot be expressed as a fraction, doesn't equal a fraction. That would be like pi. And we'll get back to this idea. Okay, so back to our wonderful problem here. So the prime factorization of a positive whole number